Hey everybody, it's cleaning day. I've got my girls in the bottom and my boys in the top. This one closest right here, that's 50-50. He's an A-male Hurricane Motley, and he actually did get to breed this year with my bigger female. She's in a different container. Right now these are just the snakes that are in my rack system. So I was just cleaning out their containers today. So anyway, I just thought I would show off the different types of snakes that I have and tell you about their genetics, and hopefully at least 2 or 3 of these girls might get to breed next year. So give me a moment and we'll check them out. All right, it's an overcast day, so it's a good day to be showing these guys off so they're not too washed out by the sunlight. I do apologize for the noise. It's very windy and I do have wind chimes. I clean them outside so I don't make a big mess inside. Anyway, this is 50-50. We purchased him in September of 22 at PetSmart. From the genetics that we can see, because they don't know what genetics they have when they get them in a big box store, we can see that he is an amelanistic Hurricane Motley. So I am really hoping that he has some hidden hets. And I did breed him this year with Sugar, which if I have time at the end of this video, I'll show you Sugar. She is a classic Carolina locality. She's not a morph, so I'm hoping to see if she has any hidden hets. She was purchased at a Petco in 2019. So that is 50-50. Hoping to find out if both have hidden hits this year. I'm going to move on to the next boy. Alright, this squirmy gray right here is Ziggy Stardust. He is a scaleless corn snake. He is a classic, but he is het for blood red, amelanistic, hypomelanistic, anerytheristic, caramel, and lavender. Oh, and Motley. He looks like he's about to shed, so he's kind of wrinkly right now. Anyway, so that is him. And you know what? He's a 22 hatch. I got him from Prismatic Corns. And he's just, he's not a big time eater. So he's been a slow grower. I've got a female that's younger than him, but she is larger than he is because she eats better. Anyway, I'm going to move on to our next boy. All right, this young man here is a 22 hatch by Rock Creek Corns. He's a classic, so this is what a regular one would look like that had no other visual morphs, but he is het for palmetto, and that is codominant. So one of the ways that you can tell he's het palmetto, see all that white near the bottom of his belly? It's not normally white there. That is because palmetto is a codominant. You can see signs of it if they have the gene, but they don't have 2 copies of it, so it's not giving you the full effect of palmetto. But he's also het for orchid, which is lavender and sunkissed, and he's het for caramel, which is a dominant. So he's got a dominant, a codominant, and recessive genes. So he's got a nice little set of genes, and I look forward to breeding him. I tried to pair him this year with Sugar, but he was just running away from her like he was Norbit, running away from that bully wife of his. All right, I'm going to move on to my next boy. Scratch that, I'm moving on to the girls now. All right, first up with my girls, this is Tess, and she's a classic Tessera, het for Motley and Butter. That's why she has a white belly, almost white belly. She's het for Motley. Butter is caramel and amelanistic. So hoping I could get some butter tesseras. That would be really pretty. So she won't be big enough to breed until next year potentially. So she's almost got the length, but she needs to put on some more weight before she's big enough for breeding. By the way, I got Tess from South Mountain Reptiles, which is Don Sutterberg. Next up, I have Pollyanna. She is my palmetto corn snake. So remember Rock, he's het for palmetto. So this is the gene that he carries that's a codominant. So she's a classic het palmetto. I'm sorry, classic palmetto, but she is het for butter, which again is amelanistic, and caramel. I got her from Rock Creek Corns. She is, Tess is a 2020 hatch, I believe. And then Pollyanna is a 2022. Next up, we have Wednesday. She is a 2022. I got her at the end of the year 2022 in December. And I got her from a guy who didn't breed her. He was just selling her for a friend of his that bred her. So he doesn't know of any potential genes that she might have other than the one that we can see, which is anerytheristic. So maybe she could have some other genes, who knows, but I just really like anery girls. I really want to produce some scaleless aneries because I think they're so pretty. All right, next up we have Ivory here, and she is a motley stripe snow, and I got her from Petco. I'm actually thinking, because of so much yellow that she has, she could potentially either be het for Sunkissed or Caramel, or just carry those genes, rather. So I don't know. I'm not really sure. She's just got a lot of yellow for a snow corn snake. You can see how much yellow she has all over her body. All right, and this is the last female that I have to hopefully be breeding next year. I do have more corn snakes, but they're younger. Anyway, I don't remember the name of the breeder I got her from. I got her on Morph Market, and she is het for amelanistic and anerytheristic, so I could potentially make some scaleless snows if I put her together with my other scaleless. She's also an Okati, which is a locality type, so she's got the thicker borders around her saddles. And she's younger than my other scaleless, but she's a better eater, so she's grown more. Anyway, she is a late, I believe, a July of 2022 hatch. And I got her because I thought I had lost my other scaleless. And so I ordered her as she was advertised as a male, but after I already paid for her, the guy's like, hey, I just checked her gender. Turns out it's a girl, not a boy. But then I already found my male because he I guess was under my bed, and while I was packing for a trip, he went across my foot, so I found him. I'm like, well, okay, that's fine. I already paid for her, so I guess I'll have a male and a female now. So anywho, she might not get to be bred next year. It might be the year after that, because she's not even close to being a good size. Anyway, let me see if I have time to get in the Pinky in the Brain, Bloody Marty, and Sugar. Alright, this is Sugar's enclosure. She's our biggest one. She is, I believe, about 4 feet, maybe a little bit more. And she's just a Carolina wild type. She's not a morph. Okay, this is Pinky in the Brain. They are clutch mates. And their mother was a ice, which is a charcoal and amelanistic. And the breeder was not aware that either of them carried the halo gene, which, if you can see, they have green borders. That's halo. Now, if they have one copy, it's usually just around the borders, and that's called halo. If they have 2 copies of the gene, then it's called green blotch. I'm thinking that Pinky might turn out to be a green blotch. As she's aging, she's got a lot more green on her. You can really tell the difference. So she's more green versus her brother, the Brain, right there. So they also have a Sunkissed gene. So they have amelanistic, anerytheristic, halo, Sunkissed, and charcoal are the genes that they carry. Actually, it's not anery, it's charcoal, which is another type of anery. You can really see the difference. I also wanted to say that these guys also have lava in their genetics. So they have charcoal, lava, Sunkissed, and halo. So lava's the red gene, charcoal's the black gene. They kind of cancel each other out, and you can really see the halo in Pinky here versus the Brain. So I'm kind of thinking Pinky might actually be a green blotch instead of just a halo. Maybe she has 2 copies. Alright, let's move on to the others before we run out of time. Alright, this is my last corn snake. He's a blood red het scaleless corn snake from Exotics by Nature. And I got him last year. I believe he's a late 2023 hatch. He's a great eater, so he has grown a lot in the time that I've had him. So his color is kind of, maybe you see him better in the light here. He's a gorgeous guy. I really love him. He's so pretty. Anyway, that is all of my corn snakes. Thanks for watching. If y'all have any questions, feel free to ask. Have a great day.